The Leafs take on the Senators, 7 p.m. Eastern puck drop in Ottawa. The Leafs are the $2.10 favorite on the road, total 6.5, juice 20 cents to the over. And if you like the Senators in an upset at home here, they're plus $1.75 for some money line cash. They're also minus $1.50, catching the goal and a half on the puck line. Now it looks like we're going to see Freddie Anderson in the net for Toronto, Matt Murray for the Senators. We're 3-0 in our last 3 extra daily picks on patreon.com/BrockPage. And if you want to access today's extra daily pick, it's only going to cost you just $2.99. Now, we currently have over 950 members signed up and active on that Patreon page. And if you want to check it out, link for that site is in the description section below. And once again, that's patreon.com/BrockPage. Now, the Leafs started off their 2021 campaign with a 5-goal performance against Montreal. Nylander had a pair of goals and 2 assists for the Leafs. Tavares also had a couple assists himself, along with a goal in that contest. Tavares was also a +2 in the game. Now, they are taking on an Ottawa team who plays their first contest of the 2021 season. They have lost 6 out of their last 10 meetings with the Leafs, so if you're into historical trends, it certainly has not favored Ottawa. Now, total-wise, the Senators are 9-3 to the over in their last dozen meetings with Toronto. I'm going to go ahead and lean toward the Toronto Maple Leafs minus 1.5 and the over 6.5 goals. Before we go ahead and move on, I'm going to ask you the same question I did in my first video here today, the NBA video. But guys, real quick, did you know that there's another opportunity for you to engage with my daily content, even if I don't make a video that day? That's right, patreon.com/BrockPage. That's where you can access daily premium sports picks, regardless of whether I make a YouTube video that day or not. Now, the plays on my Patreon page are my personal plays. They're games that I personally have action on. And basically, folks, out of all the free leans I give you here on this YouTube channel, you get to find out what games I actually play, what games I actually have my money on if you end up using that site. Now, some folks will play all of my personal games, some will play a few, and others will, just compare some of them to theirs, and, if they're leaning towards some particular way, and I do too, gives them that catapult forward to pull the trigger, and sometimes they pull back. But either way, however you decide to use my picks, we have a bunch of different memberships, tiers, and packages that you can subscribe to on that website. And once again, guys, we're currently 3-0 in our last 3 extra daily picks on that site, and it's just $2.99 to access today's extra daily pick. So if you want to join the 950-plus members who are signed up and active on that page right now, link for that site is in the description section below. And once again, that's patreon.com/BrockPage. All right, guys, let's go ahead and dive into some more NHL action here. We're going to take a look at the Capitals versus the Sabres, 7 p.m. Eastern puck drop in upstate New York. Now, Washington is the $1.35 favorite on the road, number 6 flat. The Sabres are plus $1.15 for an upset win at home. They're also minus 210, catching the 1.5. Looks like Linus Ullmark for the Sabres in net, Ilya Samsonov for the Caps. Now, the Caps got off to a hot start in 2021 with a 6-goal effort against this very Buffalo team. TJ Oshie led the charge with 3 points for the Capitals, 1 goal and a couple assists for the right winger. Meanwhile, Alex Ovechkin had a pair of assists on the day himself. Nick Backstrom was the other player with one of the other goals in that one. Now, Washington has been a very good road team over the past couple of seasons. They're taking on a Buffalo squad who looks to give Ullmark his first start of the season. Carter Hutton got knocked around a little bit in the season opener there. The Sabres gave up 28 shots on goal in that opening loss to Washington. Now, total-wise, when it comes to the number in this one, I really wouldn't be all that it's surprised, Brock. Say the word. It's surprised. All right, let's try that again. Total-wise, I wouldn't be all that surprised if we saw much of the same here. 5 out of these teams' last 7 meetings resulted in overs. The Caps are also 6-2 to the over in their last 8 when favored. Of course, that's a historical trend dating back to last season. But I'm going to lean toward the Washington Capitals minus 135 and the over 6 goals. Blurt it out, man. All right, next matchup, it is going to be Blackhawks versus the Lightning. 7 p.m. Eastern start time in Tampa. The Lightning is minus 270, total 6.5, juiced 30 cents to the under. Chicago is plus 220 to win it, and plus 105 catching the 1.5. It looks like Colin Delia is going to be the netminder here for Chicago. Andre Vasilevsky for Tampa Bay. Now, Tampa lit up the Blackhawks in the season opener 5-1 a few nights ago. Vasilevsky saved 96% of the shots he faced. The Lightning D held Chicago to just 23 shots on goal. Steven Stamkos had a goal and 2 assists in the contest. Nice to see a healthy Stamkos here in 2021. Braden Point also had a goal and assist for the Lightning. Tampa's won 5 out of their last 6 meetings with Chicago as the official home team. And, of course, once again, that is a historical trend there. And speaking of the Blackhawks, they're going to give Delia a shot here between the pipes tonight. Once again, 33 shots on goal the Chicago defense allowed the other night. So Delia better be ready because the Lightning, they can score. Meanwhile, offensively, the Blackhawks, they put the puck on net just 23 times. Pretty easy night for Vasilevsky for Tampa Bay. Chicago's also lost 9 out of their last 10 meetings with the Lightning. Now, total-wise, I'm just not so sure Chicago has enough firepower to put this one over. Plus, these teams are 13-6 to the under in their last 19 meetings. So, once again, early in the season, I use some historical trends here. But anyway, I'm going to lean toward the Tampa Bay Lightning minus 1.5 and the under 6.5 in that game. All right, next matchup. Pens, Flyers, 7 p.m. East. The Pittsburgh Penguins are the $1.20 favorite on the road here. Total 6 flat. Tristan Jarry's expected in the net for the Pens. Carter Hart for the Flyers. Now, the Flyers they got off to a wonderful start in their 2021 opener. That was a 6-3 win over these very Penguins. Carter Hart had a .912 save percentage after facing well over 30 shots. Joel Farabee had a goal and 3 assists in the opener there. Kevin Hayes also had 2 points thanks to a goal and an assist. The Flyers scored 6 times on just 25 shots. Now they're taking on a Pens team who's favored on the road here after getting spanked just a few days ago by the Flyers. They're going to give Jarry another shot at it. Saved just 76% of his shots in the opener. Total-wise, Pittsburgh's 4-2 to the over in their last 6 against the Flyers. Pretty good value here in this number, I believe. I'm going to lean toward the underdog Philadelphia Flyers plus $1 and the over 6 goals. And with that, guys, we're going to dive into our next and final matchup. It is going to be Blues versus the Avalanche. 9 p.m. Eastern puck drop. The Avs are minus 145, total 6 juice to the under. St. Louis is plus $1.25 to win it. They're also minus $1.90 to keep it close. Now, Jordan Binnington's projected for the Blues. Phil Grubauer for Colorado. And speaking of Grubauer, he gave up 4 goals on 32 shots in the season opener against St. Louis. And the Avs got spanked 4-1 in that contest. Colorado scored just 1 goal on 27 shots. They also struggled in recent meetings with the Blues, winners of just 3 of 10 head-to-head contests with St. Louis. And speaking of the Blues, they were led by Oscar Sundqvist, who had a pair of goals in the opener. Rob Thomas also had 2 assists himself. The Blues have won 14 out of their last 20 contests with the Avalanche. So once again, early in the season, I tend to use a lot of historical trends, and that is certainly one that is an eye-opener. But anyway, total-wise, I do expect Grubauer to tighten up a little bit here for Colorado. Plus, St. Louis isn't really built to score 4 goals every night, day in and day out, in my opinion. So with that said, I like the St. Louis Blues plus 1.5, keeping this one close, and the under 6 goals in that contest. And with that, guys, we're going to dive into our quick pick recap, once again brought to you by patreon.com/BrockPage, where we are 3-0 in our last 3 extra daily picks on that website. I like the Leafs minus 1.5 over 6.5 goals. I also like the Capitals minus 135 over 6 even. I like the Lightning minus 1.5 under 6.5. I also like the Underdog Flyers plus $1 over 6 goals. And before I give you this last game, one final reminder that today's extra daily pick is just $2.99 when you click the link in the description section below. I like the Underdog St. Louis Blues plus 1.5 and the under 6 goals. And with that, guys, we're going to dive into some shout-outs. And from our YouTube platform, shout-out to DJ Wavy, Devrin Hunt, Jamie Wong, Jeff Ramirez, Conscious Queen, Peter Griffin. I think that's from that cartoon show, Family Guy. Shout out to Joseph Hazelwood, Mike Rose, Crack Boston, and last but certainly not least, got to give a shout out to my good friend, Renisha Brown. I'll tell you what, Renisha always with great comments. Not only are they complimentary towards me, but also makes a lot of really good points in the comment section. So if you guys ever see Renisha Brown, she definitely knows what she's talking about when it comes to handicapping these games. But anyway, guys, that is going to do it for me. Once again, don't forget to check me out on Patreon. Just a quick reminder, if you guys decide to get a package here today, we'll bill you the day you sign up and then the first of every month following that. Also, a reminder, if you end up getting a package here today, all the cheaper, lesser expensive packages that are offered on my site, they're included with your purchase. So, for example, if you get the extra daily pick here today for $2.99, not only are you going to get the EDP, but you're also going to get the daily best play absolutely free every single day through the end of the month. But anyway, guys, most importantly, I got to thank you for joining me right here on YouTube. I really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. And with that said, happy Friday to you. Best of luck to you. And I look forward to seeing you later on today on my website at patreon.com/BrockPage.